If you've been around my channel for a while, you know that the HyperX Cloud Stingers have taken a #1 spot in the budget gaming headset in multiple videos for multiple years. They were that good. But the budget line of headsets have really expanded. Taking a look at the new SteelSeries Nova 1s and the Razer Blackshark V2X, these are stinking awesome budget gaming headsets. So HyperX finally decided to step up their game and release the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2s. Are they as good as the first ones? And are they better than our other two banger budget headsets? So in your box of the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2s, of course you're gonna get your headset. And right now I see it only in a black version. I don't know if they're gonna release a white version or something, but that would be pretty cool. Of course you can get a whole plethora of paperwork and then this little DTS scratch off code here to dabble with some sound. You'll get a pop filter for your windscreen and then your splitter for your microphone on PC. Now I know I always start with comfort because that is #1, but we gotta refresh here and we gotta talk about the style just looking at it. Is it a good refresh? I think they went more towards the line of gamer headset rather than the original Stingers. Just kind of had a really nice subtle look. Not saying this looks bad. I think it looks really good. It really, you got those little lines right there over here. It looks pretty sleek, but yes, it does look more like a gamer headset compared to the old Stingers. So now diving into comfort, let's go on and start off by putting them on the scale here. Again, our 3.5 cable is attached. We are getting 248 grams. So again, not super heavy, fairly nice and lightweight. Now, of course, getting into our ear pads, nice big ear pads. You see the dimensions right there as far as the width. The depth is quite shallow, but the ear pads aren't like extremely soft. If you catch my drift right there, you can kind of see they don't really spring down and up. I'm not going to say they're firm, but they're also not soft. So again, my ears never touch the drivers, but again, they never really like sunk in around my head, if that makes sense. Now these ear pads are extremely easy to interchange. Again, you just pop them off, slap on your new ones right around the side, get your wicked cushions or something like that, and I think that'll be a pretty nice improvement, but again, not deal breaking. Yes, they are fully pleather inside and out, so your ears get a little bit spicy. I don't know, I just would have liked something a little bit more plush on these guys. That also goes with the headband up here. It is quite soft. The headband's much softer than the ear pads, but again, you just have that little bit. It doesn't go all the way to each side. So if you got a wider head, it might be an issue. For me, perfectly fine right here. And we do have plenty of adjustment. As you see, we got the swivel all the way flat, a little bit forward right there, and the traditional adjustment on the arms. You actually got these little number notches right here that go right there so you can actually see where you have them. Now, it's not in there super firm. It's kind of easy to move, as you see here. But when I had them on my head gaming for long sessions, they never accidentally moved on me or anything, so perfectly fine. And again, I think we got plenty of adjustment here for every head shape. I can't say they're stinking cozy. They're definitely comfortable. I don't even know if I can crest that line and give them the cozy, you know what I mean? But I would say they're comfortable. When I was gaming with them, I was never like, let me get them off. They're super lightweight, so that kind of makes up for, again, the stiffer ear pads, the stiffer headband, and stuff like that. Again, not uncomfortable, not cozy, not stinking cozy. I just put them at comfortable. Okay, so now maybe the worst part of this video, and I hope I don't lose you here. That's talking about the build, and you can just look at it right here by yourself and kind of sum it up, or just even look at what I just talked about with the adjustability. Yes, this headset's all plastic, and I've stated it multiple times. I'll take an all plastic headset over a heavy-duty metal one all day because it's lightweight. But the plastic on this feels incredibly chintzy. It's just like, when I stretch it apart, just looking like this with my stress test, right? No one's going to be doing this, right? No one's going to be doing this, but why I do this is to see weak points. I want to check these before you got to find out. Go spend your hard-earned money and your headset breaks. That's why I do this. But anyways, looking at this, we've got plastic stretching here, right out here, and then down here. All of this plastic is incredibly chintzy and it's thin, and there's so many different connecting points right down here, right up here, right into this, and then right up to there. Now, is that a deal breaker for a budget gaming headset? I don't know. The thing that gets me is like budget gaming headset, a lot of us are looking at them for like, say our kids or younger brothers or sisters or something like that, or just something to use on the side for travel that you're gonna kind of toss around and not really worry about. Take it easy on it, and I think you'll be perfectly fine, but no, it is not the best build we've seen in a budget gaming headset. So hopefully I didn't lose you right there after talking about the build, okay? Let's dive into features and functions, and we're going to be doing this microphone test while I talk about it, because features and functions are quite simple on this headset. You got a volume wheel right here on the back. Your microphone right here is attached. Flip up to mute, flip down to active. You actually get a little click in there. It's not an audible tone, just a little click so you know it is actually in that mute position. Again, they do include the little pop filter. Right now you're hearing a microphone without it. Now if I go ahead and slide it on there, this is how the microphone's going to sound with it, which I think I always prefer a pop filter. Me personally, my P's and T's are quite prominent out there and just kind of breaks it up a little bit. By the way, as far as my environment, I have a fan on over there and then a big old light with a fan in there. So again, if you're catching any background noise, that's what it is. My room is mildly insulated, and again, we're plugged straight 3.5, no sound tweaking or anything. This is straight plugged and played, and this is the microphone on a HyperX Cloud Stinger 2. So now for the sake of this test here, let's go ahead and test the microphone on the Arctis Nova 1s, right coming off the line of the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2, which I just listened to that mic playback, and wow, I thought it was pretty stinking good. I thought it was really good. Now again, Arctis Nova 1, you can see I got the microphone a little bit further away from me. If I pull a little bit closer, it's going to get quite a bit louder. But again, I just wanted to pull these out to kind of get that test, that comparison of microphone to microphone. I'm also going to go ahead and plug in the Razer Blackshark V2X and kind of get that comparison as well. And now you're hearing a microphone on the Razer Blackshark V2X, again in comparison of the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2s. And I'm seeing on my graph right now that this is picking up a whole lot more. Let me go on and pull it out a little bit. By the way, these come with that pop filter, so that's why I'm leaving it on. But I am seeing this one pick up a whole lot more, and I've left the volume the exact same when I'm recording on all of them. And again, all these are straight 3.5, so nothing's being tweaked or anything. These are straight plugged and played, and I'm press and record. I just wanted to again give you that comparison of some other great budget gaming headsets to the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2 microphone. And that's what we have. Now, let's go and talk about the sound on a HyperX Cloud Stinger 2s. And again, this plugs in right by 3.5, so you use it across every single platform just about. And I tested them across all of them, starting with my Mac, editing videos, watching videos, going over to my PC, playing Destiny 2, Nintendo Switch playing Splatoon 3, the Xbox playing Forza, the Hot Wheels DLC, and coming over to PS5 playing Uncharted. So we had a wide array from dialogue to racing to immersive to whatever you needed. I tested it across these. These guys are packing 50mm drivers with a frequency range of 10 to 28,000. And wow, it was just so detailed across all of them, whether it be racing, a story game, going over to Destiny, or again, watching my videos. It was natural, it was crispy, it was very detailed. Again, you had your highs, but they weren't screechy, annoying highs if you got that, but it was definitely prominent in the highs over the bass. The bass is just, it's back here, it's not thumpy, it's not bumpy, it's not rumble or anything like that. It's just kind of back here. It's almost just like peeking through that door, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Definitely less bass than the Black Sharks right there. You know, I definitely put it more geared towards that detail, that highs. And talking about that, right? So when I'm playing Uncharted, for example, I was taking a Jeep and I was going through the water. I'm on like the second to last mission on that. When I was going through the water, it was picking up a lot of the highs from the sound of the water and the waterfalls and everything that I almost couldn't hear my dialogue. It was like the highs were just competing with each other there, you know what I mean? Same thing coming over when I was playing Destiny. It was just very focused into the highs where I wasn't getting that really fun immersion that I really enjoy in Destiny. Like when I get just enthralled with the thrall or whatever, you know, I love getting immersed into that, you know, and I really didn't get that here. Now, again, going back to videos or something like that, or even a racing game where, yeah, you had the highs, but it wasn't screechy, it was great right there. And it was fantastic in videos. And that pretty much summed me up. Just playing those few games right there, it summed it up as this is a competitive focused headset, I would really put it as. And that's, I think, why I really love the original Stingers as well. That's back when I played, and I'm excited for the new Call of Duty. I just need the new one, you know what I mean? But I was only playing Call of Duty and Rainbow Six back then, Insurgency, Sandstorm, stuff like that. Really footstep-oriented, detail-oriented, first-person shooter games where I wanted to hear those footsteps, those reloads, those grenades, you know? And that's why I always loved the Stingers. Or even going back to the original Arctis 1s, the Nova 1s. Nova ones are the new ones. The Arctics are the old ones. I'm all mixed up here with all these headsets. But anyways, that was my preferred sound back in the days, was geared towards the highs. And this still sits back there. Me personally, my sound preference has changed. I like a little bit more bass these days, a little bit more immersion. I'm playing a lot of story games, a lot of Destiny, a lot of Halo, which is geared more towards bass, That's where my sound preference is now. So again, I can't say, hey, is the sound good or is it bad? No, it's not what I'm looking for these days. But are you just playing competitive Valorant, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six, stuff like that? That is really where this headset is going to shine. But if you're playing a lot of story games, you want that immersion, kind of like what I'm looking for these days, I don't think you're really going to get much of that right here. And some of you might be curious about this little DTS code you can get right here. I have DTS on my PC and all sorts of other software tweaking things for a headset. I don't like testing my products with sound morphing things. I love testing them as they are, and you can play with them however you want from out there. DTS is one of the better surround sound ones and definitely makes it sound a little more natural. So it is a good one, but again, it's not how I base my products off. I like basing them on what you're getting, and then you get to dabble with it and play with it however you want. So don't leave me just yet. We have a few serious questions we need to ask here. Number one being, are the Cloud Stinger 2s a worthy upgrade from the original Stingers? I don't think it's much of an upgrade. I don't think, because you're still getting that core sound with the original Stingers, again, focused on that detail, that competitive play. So if you have a good pair of Stingers, I don't see it needing to upgrade. But let's focus more on this. Is it one of the budget gaming headsets you should have on your list, coming in at only $50, $50 flat right there, right? I think it's a great option at $50 if you're looking for that sound. Again, the worst thing about this headset, I think, is the build. Be careful with it and you're perfectly fine. The comfort, it's not cozy, but it is comfortable. The core thing you gotta look at here, are you looking for that competitive sound? Then you're going to get this right here. Because again, we can go to the Arctics Nova 1s, which is more of a natural balanced sound, which I think a lot of us can get down with. It's not too much immersion, not too much detail, but again, you're just getting a natural sound that's going to work a lot across a lot of everything. You go to Black Sharks, you can get more bass, you're going to get more of that immersion. So again, these are on the other end. You're going to get more highs, you're going to get more detailed. It's not screechy, but again, I'd put this more as competitive play right there. You break it down. What are you playing majority of the time? What are you looking for? And that's what's going to justify it here. I personally would have liked one thing to truly, truly shine out of this headset, and I don't feel like anything really just blew me away. I feel like it's an upgraded Stinger, which is not a bad thing.